It's June 2022. We are in the first round of the SMS World Cup between new player DanK and seasoned veteran and legend Nolbear. Nolbear is on the back foot with Dan leading the series 3-2. Dan is trying to solidify his name as one of the newer players to watch in his first SMS tournament, and a win over someone like Nolbear would officially put him on the map. For Nolbear, a win would mean avoiding an upset and moving to the next round in his continuous mission to prove that he can win a major. Welcome to SMS Storybook. This is Dan's first ever SMS tournament. Yes, you heard that right. Since joining the Mario Strikers server in April 2022, Dan has been on the grind. Dan's prowess in rank sets and friendlies is causing a meteoric rise up the ranks to superstar level. His next hurdle is taking down someone in the legend tier of players. He got his chance in pool play of the World Cup when he went up against Slosh. However, it did not go well. Dan got sloshed 2-0. Next set, Dan bounced back with a 2-0 win over Banger, sending him to the knockout round of the World Cup. Now, with Nolbear waiting, he gets another shot at proving he has what it takes to be a top player. Nolbear came into the Strikers server a top player, getting top division in the first MSL split and even finishing top 5. His movement is considered in the top tier of players in Strikers, and when he's hot, he does not miss a single shot. In Season 1 of SMS World Championship, he went undefeated over titans of the game like Banana Steels, Nuke the Whales, and Agent A.
Nuke a little bit on his back foot here though. Oh!
Holy fuck.
Oh! My goodness, did you see that juke?
Only to fall to Xander G and RadicalOne to finish 4th. Noel has been so close to taking his first tournament so many times, yet he hasn't gotten over the hill to win it. With the World Cup around the corner and it having the most entrants ever for SMS at the time, now seems like as good a time as any to take his first major. Noel's path to knockout was much different, with an undefeated pool play over Protagonist G and Veggie Trunks giving him the higher seed in his matchup with Dan. Game 1. We start with Noel taking a new player about as seriously as expected. Surprising Noel and many others in the audience, the game is very back and forth. Dan scores a run of clutch goals to take the lead late.
A big game from the big slide from Dank. Goes for the chip. Oh my god, that falls. Wow.
Prompting Noel to tie the game with only 18 seconds left.
Dank needs to hit that. There's no reason for Dank not to. Oh my god.
That went in.
Get the goal line technology.
You're gonna need bar on that.
Yeah, you're gonna need some bar.
Sudden death hits, and despite Dan having the item advantage for most of the overtime period, a bad pass gives Noel the space he needs to put Game 1 away. But hey, Dan is pushing one of the best players in the world to overtime in his first tournament. That's huge in itself. Dan wants more, and he'll need to push himself a little harder to take a game off Nolbear. With a Dan character switch and run back to the palace, we head into Game 2. Dan steps up his defense, making sure to limit Nolbear's space for techs. Once again, this game is back and forth, in which each side trading goals, and with 12 seconds left, Dan is able to sink the perfect pass to tie the game up at 4. Yet another overtime. This OT, Dan comes out the victor after some great passing to free up the game-winning corner. Dan has taken a game off Nolbear, and he has proven he can compete. Now onto Game 3. Once again, these players go back and forth. Nolbear taking the momentum, only for Dan to steal it right back. Noel steals a bad pass from Dan and hits the slide to take the lead late into the game. a lead he holds on to until the final whistle. Noel takes Game 3, putting him up 2-1. Game 4. We're here at Conga Coliseum, and Noel takes the lead after some fancy footwork. A 2-goal run from Dan puts him in the lead, but Noel comes surging back to take the lead once again 3-2. As you should know by now, this doesn't faze Dan in any way. He comes back with a 2-goal run of his own to seal Game 4. He ties the series at 2 apiece. His suffocating defense leads the cause, combined with smart item usage and discipline. Game 5. Noel Bear finds himself with the biggest lead in the series. Noel is currently up 4-1. However, with 1 minute left, Dan has tied up the game after a 3-goal run. Dan is not done as he finds a rebound lob to take the lead with 20 seconds left. It's time for Noel Bear to be clutch. With 3 seconds left, he sinks the corner shot to tie it up.
Oh my god. Noel goes for the reverse corner, and I feel like he just popped off because we were watching that replay. Justin pressed to beat those green shells. Huge. So looks like now we're going to overtime for sure.
A third overtime. With each coming so close to taking this pivotal game, Dan is able to get a stun and comes out closer to the ball after both players whiff a hit on each other. Dan rolls into Game 6 with all the momentum and sinks the one-time shot to take the first goal. Noel Bear responds with a corner. Dan hits a rebound. Again, back and forth. And now we're here. Dan has not only competed with the best SMS has to offer, he is winning. Now with the breakaway, he can take a commanding lead. But wait, what's this? A fucking charged lob? Did he just become Demented Dan? Dan's recognition of critter positioning, combined with Noel Bear barely missing the hit, truly puts this into perspective. A pool boy joke comes to life in this? The most stacked tournament in SMS history? Suffocating defense and timely rebounds has opened the door for this opportunity. A win would mean the start of the new generation of SMS players entering the top ranks, and Noel Bear's quest to win a major put on hold for yet another tournament, now after 3 overtimes and stealing momentum from each other. Welcome to a moment in SMS history.
Oh,
Another
that was
chip.
beautiful. Dank, oh, dude, Dank is insane right now. That was a charged lob breakaway. He timed it
getting everything.
perfectly.
Dan would go on to win the game 8-5 and take the series 4-2.